Hello, my name is Matt Tuff. I'm a Senior Associate Solicitor in the Major Trauma Department at Moore Barlow. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the subject of traumatic strokes, also known as cerebro-vascular accidents. Now, although relatively rare, it's certainly not unknown for people involved in high-velocity road traffic accidents to suffer traumatic strokes. If the force of the impact causes the head to be thrown back, also known as hyperextension, this can lead to a shearing force that severs an artery, such as the carotid artery in the neck. A stroke occurs where there is a loss of blood flow to the brain. Broadly speaking, there are two main types of stroke. You've got a hemorrhagic stroke, which occurs when a blood vessel in or near the brain ruptures or leaks, and an ischemic stroke when blood vessels become narrowed or blocked. Although both of these can occur in the context of a road accident, a hemorrhagic stroke is more common here. Now, surprisingly perhaps, there have been very occasional reported cases where people have suffered dissection of the carotid artery due to the airbag deploying in a road accident. When an airbag deploys, it can again lead to a sudden forced neck extension, forcing back the head and neck, which could potentially sever the artery. I would, however, emphasize that this is very rare and that airbags do prevent far more injuries than they cause. The most common mechanism for a traumatic stroke, in my experience, is where cyclists or motorcyclists are involved in high-speed road accidents and may be thrown a considerable distance by the impact. Now, there can be delayed onset or start of the symptoms from a stroke. In some cases, the patients may not demonstrate any signs or symptoms initially from the artery dissection. There are some reported cases where patients were symptom-free for the first 24 hours before suffering sudden neurological symptoms such as confusion, slurred speech, and even collapse. Now, strokes can lead to a myriad of symptoms that may differ from one person to another. There may be problems with speech, memory, attention, reasoning, or taking in information. A stroke survivor may have weakness, generally on one side of the body. Excessive fatigue is also a common problem. Now, as with any severe injury, it's extremely important that the patient has early access to high-quality rehabilitation. As well as having a lot of experience of traumatic stroke injuries, we at Moore Barlow place a real high priority on securing rehabilitation for all of our clients. Now, looking at the legal process, in any personal injury case, one of the most important steps is to obtain evidence from an independent medical expert in order to document the injuries, to make any further treatment recommendations, and to provide a prognosis. Now, one of the relevant medical experts for a stroke would normally be a vascular neurologist. If you have any questions at all on this topic, don't hesitate to contact me, Matt Tuff, at Moore Barlow.